Yeah, you know, when you talk to some of these people at some of these demonstrations, you can tell that many are having a hard time processing the death of Tyre Nichols. And tonight, there are many debates on how police and communities should move forward.
The passions of Tyre Nichols became known to the world after his death. His love for skateboarding and photography trailed after his close bond with his mother. From the state capitol to Stockton, many are lifting his story up.
No good cops in a racist system. It won't stop until we make it stop.
Just across Stockton City Hall, a small crowd protests the police killing of the 29-year-old father. The swift actions of firing the 5 officers, indicting them on charges, and releasing video of the deadly police encounter are being held as a blueprint by the family lawyer. But for these protesters, it's not enough to silence them.
They did it because they understood the rage that we have in this society, that the people have in them, and they did it so that we wouldn't come out.
Promised us change. What happened to that change?
What everyone is missing, a lot of people are missing, is we're talking about systems.
In the nearly 3 years since George Floyd's killing, many question whether there's been progress. Despite the demands for sweeping reform, including diversity on police forces, the country is gripped yet again. It's only renewed calls for federal policies on policing.
We can't just have these local movements. Okay, that was cool that Memphis did that, but that's locally in Memphis. Is that going to happen here in Sacramento?
In Davis, people gather for an intimate vigil while crying out for justice. As some leave messages of condolences, the moment is much quieter than the mass demonstrations seen during the Black Lives Matter movement.
I think people are a little bit more weary. I think people sort of feel like they've done what they had to do and, are sort of, waiting for something to happen and are sort of unknowing about what they need to do differently.
As some wait for change, many remain in mourning over the life Nichols could have lived.
And as already mentioned, the tone and the temperament are noticeably different than what we've seen before in the past, yet the fiery demand for change is very much there. And based on my conversation with some of these activists, they're moving away from these mass demonstrations into the arena of policy changes.